It's happening. Ichigo's gonna learn a new move. Oh, Ichigo, you don't get our hopes up and all that. Every time, man, every time. Can we at least mention that, like, it's been a while since I've happily able to say this, but Ichigo, like, not even really forcing himself to do it, but he actually did a cool moment. Like, I know, what universe is this in? I know I'm praising Bleach again. What is happening? There's something in my feeble mind that finds something really cool about Ichigo strutting in with his bitch like that, and he's like, you know what, like, Ywach is going, you know what, feel like draw your blade and all that, you feel like you've left yourself openings, is what I'd like to say, and then there's fucking energy everywhere. Like, it was like, you know, that would have been, like, you know, that's far from the truth and all that, because your body is overflowing with Ryatsu that it's begun to take physical form. Like, I don't know, there's something in my mind that's like, that's actually pretty awesome. He's just walking in there and, like, all I'm picturing is just, like, massive, like, that big skull when he was going, like, against, like, Kenpachi. He's like, all I'm picturing is just that. That's visible now. Like, Ichigo has now begun to grow a stand of some sort. And everyone else felt this as well, since, like, you know, we got to see Hitagai and Baki, yeah, they're fine, like, still fucking fucking. I'm like, wow, we're glad there was only a few pages of this guy. And we did get to see from all what was happening is that Renji and, like, what we saw of Rukia, they are joining in. And I was like, they seem to be more just like the comic relief, like, part for this chapter. It was like, whoa, like, you know, who's that guy? That must be Hitaga's older brother. And it was like, wow, you hear his voice and all that. And it's like, and like, Rukia's like, come on, that's the voice, should be a fucking like, giveaway. And then she goes in with it. I'm like, really, Rukia? Really? Like, you know, you're supposed to be the smart one, but it's like, nah. And like I said, I already described, like, one part of, like, the whole, like, Ywach confrontation, which we do get, you know, Orihime is there, so it's like, she legit didn't say a single word for this situation. I mean, like, I don't know, like, I felt like she would have been like, yeah, we gotta take you down or something, but she legit said fuck and all in this. I was like, wow, you're not gonna, like, back her up or anything like that? Like, you know, any, like, not a single word of encouragement or none of that stuff apart from, you know, of course, the, like, occasional, like, you know, Kurosaki-kun. I believe that that's, like, the legit thing that she said in this chapter. She just said Kurosaki-kun, and I'm like, God fucking damn it. And I love how cocky Ywach is, and he's like, you know what, you really are so strong, boy, I'll give you that, and all that, saying like, you know what, how are you going to greet me, you know, are you going to greet me from the left, the right, I mean, actually see it with the sword, like, you know, you've attained your true power now, and he's like, you know, you can see it, honey, and he's like, I'm not even using my powers. He's there like, I've waited for this, like, long time, my son, you know, like, it'd be remiss not to savor every juicy moment. And Ichigo's just like you never was and all that, and he's like, yeah, he was merely a surrogate father. You surely heard by now about the true source of your power, and it's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck though, you know, don't you ever say that you're my parents since you're the one that killed my mother. And this is what triggered Ichigo to, like, go in, pull the sword, and just when you're thinking, oh, new different color of the Getsuga, and it's like, oh no, like, it's Getsuga Tensho, because, you know, like, the original one wasn't black, and it's like, I'm so used to Ichigo having a black Getsuga at this point, it's like, oh, you know, oh, that's Getsuga Tensho, but instead it's like, no, let's look at this one, and then, like, or you see, like, the blue one from, like, the original, like, you know, like, show, and then seeing this one is like, what, it's like the Juji Getsu or something, when he, like, pulls both of them out, like, it's like, which is just two Getsugas on each other. Nearly 700 chapters in, still not a new move. God, I love you, Ichigo. But so far, like, how the shadowy stuff is wrapped around Ywach, that for the most part, it looks like it works like Envy from FMA Brotherhood, pretty much. Like, it wraps around. Or that, or, like, Byakuya? Like, it seems like he's using it as, like, some sort of, like, Zenbon Zakura that you can, like, grab shit with. Like, that's what, like, honestly, it looks like at the moment. Since, like, Ichigo is actually fucking hitting the stuff, and it's, like, blocking and it's repelling attacks. I like, though, how Orihime had, like, one job, like, saying, I'll be your defense, I'm not gonna get into the way. And, like, yet Ichigo gets thrown into a fucking wall, and it's like, oh, yeah, forgot about that. It's like, you had one fucking job, Orihime. It's like you had one job to, like, maybe cushion the blow a bit, or maybe, you know, block some of that stuff. And, like, you can't, like, I'm like, what are you going to be there for? Like, the serious attacks? I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't want to fuck with Ywach when he's in his full power. which then he decided to activate at the end of the chapter and say, "You should wear bitterness to all my glory, Ichigo." And that was like, oh shit. Not only have you pissed off your watch, which is already a very bad idea, that and you've actually made him go into his full version, which I'm like, okay, now we've got a problem going into this. Now, I do have to give praise to the chapter. I really did like it. Like, especially I noticed on this one. Fuck me, it looked really nice in this one. Like, one of my favourite panels, honestly, is when the two were fucking clashing each other. When he was like, had his giant shadow, and you just saw the sheer amount of power that was going into their Getsuga. And your watch was just fucking blocking it like nothing. That, and I absolutely love the part he's just strutting his stuff in this fight. Is like, now he's so powerful at this point that it's physical manifestation of like spirit energy. Although I gotta say, Orihime not really saying anything too much apart from the traditional, why am I not surprised, Kurosaki-kun. And even it's like, you had one job, Orihime. Like, you had one job to be on like defense, and it's just like already you're not doing I might have to take a point off your card there. There were some cool moments. I mean, hey, like, I got some chuckles off of, like, Renji and Rukia, and I was like, you know, if they're gonna join in this fucking, like, 4-fight, it's like, fuck it, at this point, just get everyone involved in that, like, get something else, because, like, it would feel so weird, especially, it's like, if you're gonna give, like, these other guys fights, and it's from what it looks like, the only like, person I could ever see joining in, like, with obviously the Hashwell fight was, like, Bazby at that point, because he was, like, the only one that had relation to him. Like, and that's the only other elite that you can give it to, but it's like I said, if you're gonna show off fucking like that guy at this point, I don't care, because I fucking hate seeing the fucking elite all the time. So, you know, I think it gave us something juicy this week, though. We was able to see a bit of Ywach, we was able to see, you know, Ichigo strutting stuff with his sword, and a little bit of the teaser of what's to come with that fight now that he's activated his full powers of seeing the future and shit, so that's quite concerning. It was a great chapter. I think I give it like an 8. I think I give it an 8.5. I really did enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.